The News with Jessica is sponsored by Hover.com. Domain names made simple. Go to gfq.hover.com and get 10% off your entire purchase. And by Stitcher Radio. For more information, go to stitcher.com/GFQ.
I like the pills. I like Klonopin. I like Xanax. I like Valium.
There we go.
All right. So a man in a fit of rage pulled out a crossbow in Philadelphia during a road rage incident. Forget
and what
the
did
gun.
He just shot? Like, what did he do?
Forget the gun. He's
Like an
driving.
archer.
He's driving a little erratically, some might say. He's kind of swerving in and out lanes. And another guy pulls up and honks his horn to, notify the driver, hey, you're driving a little crazy here. Why don't you stick to one lane instead of six?
Oh, that's it. That's all you need to do.
Kenneth Buttersworth pulled out a crossbow, aimed it towards the driver. The driver called 911, and Buttersworth was arrested and charged with felony aggravated assault.
No one tried to shoot you guys at a gig?
No.
Oh, no.
Not with a crossbow, no.
Not with guns?
crazy-
With what then? What exactly?
Yeah, with what?
Listen, there have been shots fired, but there were shots.
Yeah. Anything crazy? Like, craziest thing you've seen?
The last thing was Dimebag from Pantera.
Yeah.
What happened to him, but that was... that was...
Yeah.
I can't believe
Could
it's
not
been
believe
this
that
long.
happened. Could not believe that
Well, the
happened.
guy, what did the guy claim that did it? The guy claimed that
Well,
he
was
wrote the
cause of
music.
They broke up Pantera.
But he wrote the music and they stole it from him, like in his mind. There was some weird.
Psychotic.
I think he just blamed them for breaking up.
He blamed the brothers
but
for...
that was... We were such big Pantera fans, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We love Pantera.
Walk is one of my favorite Pantera songs.
Yeah,
I had a chance to interview him, lead singer
Phil.
Phil. I had a
Wow.
chance, and I never did it. I big regret of mine. he one of my buddies interviewed him on Sirius, and he's like, "Hey, listen, I could get you Phil on the show." I'm like, "Yeah, set it up." He's like,
the interview will go like this. Oh.
but he gets nutty. He gets really nutty in these interviews. Like he's out of his mind.
I saw him on that metal show. He was crazy.
Yeah. Big regret. I wish I interviewed him. So the guy shot him was going to shoot him with a crossbow.
Like kind of threatened to shoot him with a crossbow. I gotta say though that that's unique. He gets points for being unique. I mean, he didn't pull out a gun, he pulled out a crossbow. I kind of like it.
Yeah, original, right?
I mean, he's original. He's crazy as hell, but I don't know.
I got into a fight.
And his name is Buttersworth. Are we really not going to mention the fact that this guy's name is Buttersworth? Mr. Buttersworth was arrested. I just love it. I love the whole thing.
What did Mrs. Buttersworth say?
What
She was
did
drunk.
Mrs. Buttersworth say?
She was not sober at the time. If your husband's walking around with a crossbow in his car and he's pointing it at people, you are not a sober person.
That's all that Mrs. Butterworth money he's spending, buying crossbows and
Exactly.
not giving a shit about the law. That's pancake syrup money.
Do you get road rage?
Nah, never.
No.
Nah, actually, yeah, I do. I get
Like you seem pretty cool. You? No.
I'm crazy.
You're nuts.
Oh, yeah.
How about you, Walter?
What was the question?
You get road rage? You get mad?
No, not really.
All right. So Jason Kidd, the Knicks point guard, busted for DWI in Southampton's yesterday.
You can back off a little
Oh,
bit
I'm
from
so-
the mic.
I'm so sorry.
You're a little too close.
Am I
to
a
the
little
mic.
breathy?
So Jason, just signed with the Knicks. Big deal with the Knicks.
That's what I was just about to ask her.
And he comes to New York, goes to the Hamptons, gets loaded, hits a pole.
Well, welcome to New York.
Hits
Welcome
a
to New York.
utility pole with
And
his
he-
luxury SUV.
And they said he had no idea he was in a car accident. He was that loaded.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But if you're Jason Kidd, why are you driving? To a
I
party.
never understand that.
True.
You got so much money, just hire a driver.
And you're going to drink, right?
Right.
You just pay like sober Larry to hang out with you all
Right.
night and drive you home.
I mean, like, why wouldn't I don't understand. Like, we get a driver into the city, like for Sapphires, like they take care of us every now and then. We're like, hey, listen, we need
If we
car.
know that we're gonna stay and we're gonna drink,
get me a car.
And we're like who we are. Like we're nobody.
We're the Rockefellers
So-
of podcasting.
Exactly. So
There you
why
go.
exactly? Why is Jason Kidd not getting a driver? The whole thing makes no sense to me. And so does every other like Hollywood starlet who drinks and drives and wraps their car around.
But
a
like,
pole.
but like Lindsay Lohan, like I don't think she's gonna go and get a driver at this point.
America's train wreck. And why should she?
Because she
already
doesn't
has-
have money.
Well,
She's still got money.
I don't think she does.
It's like when, but you know, it's just, you might be
You
right.
got cab money, you got cab money.
You remember when Michael Jackson, like, they were like, Michael Jackson is broke. He has no money left. He had like 28 mil.
Yeah.
Broke
yeah.
for them is
Broke
not
for-
broke
yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not the same kind of
If
broke.
he's got 100 mil, if
Wasn't
he,
Donald Trump broke at one point?
Yeah, Donald Trump was broke.
if he had 100 mil, if he had 60 mil and he loses 30,
right.
you know, and he's down to 30 million. It's like, oh, but if like
It's broke, yeah.
if one of us makes 60,000 and loses 30,
Right.
yeah,
Devastated.
It's
Yeah.
completely different.
Oh yeah.
I forgot who it was. Ted Turner. I was watching a thing on Ted Turner, and he was talking about how he lost $10 million every day for 1 year. I had something with the AOL merger, the Time Warner merger.
Oh, right.
$10 million a day he
What's
lost.
that turn about?
Yeah.
And
But then he went in the other room and he found it. He's like,
then he found
there
it.
is.
There it
But like
is.
he's still a multi-millionaire. Like the guy is loaded.
He gave
In
$1
the
billion
freezer,
to
who
the
knew?
UN. So
It was all in the freezer.
All in the freezer.
That's where you got to keep your money.
All right. So Sylvester Stallone has told TMZ that he's devastated by the death of his son, Sage Stallone, and wants, quote, the speculation and questionable reporting to stop.
Yeah, drug overdose, right? But LAPD, I think it was LAPD, just said it was they changed departments. They're saying it was a murder. It was a homicide.
Really?
I don't know. I think he OD'd. 1976 he was born.
Well, sometimes I've heard of other cases, and not just celebrity cases, but actual cases where they're doing an investigation and they can determine that either this person died because it was murder or it was an overdose, a suicide, and they have to do more investigation, and the parents can't hold on to either one, so they'd rather just not know.
I heard he died of Heath Ledger disease.
Yeah. What was
That's
Heath
just
Ledger
wrong.
taking when he died?
Everything.
Yeah.
It was like everything, right?
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he probably couldn't take it.
What a great way to go out.
People.
Same way River Phoenix.
River Phoenix, yeah.
He actually River Phoenix died.
But you
of,
know what it was? It's these. They're also like I think they just tried everything at once and.
Right.
I think pills. Just pills kill you. Don't do pills.
Well,
Lots
sometimes
of
they're
things
fun.
kill you.
They mix everything really
Pills
too.
pills trick your body. Like they shut your brain off or they shut your heart off.
I'm trying to find.
American Walter has
what
thought
to
this through.
I don't like pills. I don't
Not a pill guy.
I'm not a pill guy.
say. No, no downers, no uppers.
No.
I got a buddy. He just has to take. He has to balance it out. Uppers, downers, uppers, downers, uppers, downers.
That person
Never-
has a
never
problem.
He loves it. He doesn't think he has a problem.
Because their prescription.
Yeah.
Like, a doctor gave
Yeah,
me
doctor
these.
gave it to me.
A doctor
I
gave,
take this to wake up. I take this to get up. I
because a
take.
doctor gave my mom these.
All right. So a concert-going mom is suing
segue.
Justin Bieber
I saw this.
because she claims that her hearing is suffering.
Oh
now.
come on!
That she has ringing of the ears and oversensitivity to sound in both ears after a show in
Yeah.
2010.
Tell her to go to a
She's-
Slayer concert.
Yeah.
She is suing for $9.2 million.
And you know what's
She's gonna get
sad?
something.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's sad?
She will.
She's gonna get. She'll probably get like $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yo, like here's $5,000. Go away.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
she
my
will.
god! And that's why people fucking sue in this country.
Because you
Yeah.
get something out.
Because
yeah.
you always, it could be ridiculous.
Cheaper to give them something and settle than it is to go to trial. It just
Right.
is.
Yeah.
So there.
And less headaches.
I mean, I can whenever I go to a concert, I got a ringing of the ears, and I can't hear shit now because the headphones they've messed up my hearing big time.
I know your listeners are complaining.
My listeners are
The
complaining.
mix
Yeah.
is terrible.
Yeah.
So she's saying that he did not take reasonable care to maintain a safe decibel during times of
I mean,
their events.
I would like sue Justin Bieber just because he sings.
Yeah. I want to punch him in the mouth just because
not
he's
because
sick.
of here, even in my iPad, but
That
He's so
baby
douchey.
how much
though.
I can get it.
Like he's really douchey,
I couldn't
right?
take him when he was
I
doing the
can't.
flip with the
I
hair. That
can't.
was something
No,
I
like
couldn't take.
you know what? They compare him to Justin Timberlake, but
No.
I don't remember Justin Timberlake
Oh.
being that much of a
No.
douchebag.
No,
He
it's
wasn't.
not even that. It's that he wants to be. I mean, his idol is Usher. Usher created
Yeah.
him. It's like
Yeah.
Usher's puppet.
yeah.
Usher's incredible. He's very talented, but Justin Bieber's got to stop. I mean, even like people like I'll say it straight out. Chris Brown, stop trying to be Michael Jackson. There's no other
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Usher had
yeah.
his own thing, even though he tried to be Michael or Neo. But stop,
Yeah.
Chris Brown, stop. Just sing and stop dancing at shows. That's what I want to see. Just sing.
But Usher
Yeah.
also had a whole thing going. He was older. He
Yeah.
had,
Yeah.
he had
No, I like
something to
Usher,
listen
yeah.
to and
Usher.
watch. Whereas Justin Bieber he has all these like ridiculous songs. He's like 10.
Yeah,
And he's
come on.
dancing and talking about love, and it just seems.
He's not
Yeah,
10
like
anymore.
Baby,
And
like-
buying a wedding ring.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy you the wedding ring that you want. Something about.
And,
I
then
mean,
the song that's like, if I was your boyfriend. I mean,
I don't know.
You cannot make me look like baby, baby, baby,
No,
baby,
the
baby.
new
I'm
one.
like-
The new one is
Also,
boyfriend,
yeah, forget it.
It's just
You
wrong.
guys know a lot of his
But
songs.
the truth
Yeah,
is,
we do.
So he's
it's
doing
like,
something right.
Every radio station's like,
Right.
Yeah, but
He's
it's
doing
a
something
commercial.
right.
But I
making
mean, but every
money
generation
machine.
has a Justin Bieber. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just how it works.
well, back in the day too, yeah.
Well, the
Yeah,
boy
New Kids
bands
on the
are all
Block.
gone because we had New Kids on the Block, and then we had Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. We all had something
Yeah.
and we had the boy band thing. We had
Listen,
O-Town
I
and all
had-
that.
I had NSYNC, and they were the greatest band ever.
All right, so an LA sheriff recovered a man's car after being stolen 42 years ago.
What kind of car was it?
It was a 1967 Austin Healey.
Yeah.
It was stolen from his Philadelphia home in 1970. It was recovered in Texas. It was recovered in California, and the man now lives in Texas. He's 66 years old. He originally paid $3,000 for the car back in 1970. And he
It's
said
like
that
20
it has-
grand now, right?
It has sentimental value because it was when it was the car he took his wife on their first date.
So how did he find it? He found it on eBay.
He found it on eBay.
He had slow jack.
He did. He had very slow jack.
But yes, he had slow jack. Well, it finally caught. I mean, that's so amazing. He found it himself on
So
eBay.
who stole it?
Some guy.
Like that same guy that put it up for auction?
No, I'm
no,
sure.
yeah,
it's,
I guess that guy.
Like I want to know the backstory. Like who had it? How did this guy get it?
Who waited that long? Like, all right, I think it's safe to put it
I
up.
think it's safe. It's been 30 years.
All right, no one's going to find this.
Well, the car is now valued at $23,000. It still runs, but the brakes don't work well. He says.
So does he get the car? Like
gets
they
the
just
car.
give. How about that poor guy that bought that car?
If you buy stolen
He didn't
property,
know.
you're screwed out of the deal.
But he was probably like the fifth guy.
I have a friend whose father bought a stolen Mercedes. And he knew it was stolen, but he bought it anyway because it was an amazing deal, like $7,000. Bought it and the girl got 3 years out of use. Cops found it. They said, listen, I'm sorry. We know that you bought it. You paid money for it, but the car was stolen, so you don't get the car. The father was totally okay with that. He got $7,000. He got 3 years that he used for a brand new Mercedes. And he went out and bought another stolen car.
There you go.
People do it. They don't
but
care.
I'm sure this poor guy that bought that classic car
How do
had
you
no
know?
idea it was stolen. Like, can you imagine he bought it 15 years ago? He had no idea.
Yeah.
He's been
Well,
driving
if
it this entire time.
If it didn't come with the title, then
You can make up a title for a car that old. I know people that do that all the time. They make up fake titles.
Guy next door.
Guy next door. How do you think he has all
we
those
can get you a
cars?
title in a half an hour.
Robbie Dulligan. You just knock on the door 3 times. He has a title. What kind of car? Who knows? What it is? What is it? You want a Japanese car? Doesn't matter. It's an American title. You're fine. VIN numbers, everything.
All right. Okay, so 2 men decided that they were going to try to break the world record for the longest 2-man cluster balloon flight. 2 men strapped themselves to a lawn chair.
You know what should happen to those guys?
They should be shot.
They should be shot. No, their balloon should pop, and they should fall, and they should break everything in their body, including their brain. That's what should happen. Why would you
agree.
want to do that?
I don't know, but 1,000 people came out to watch them.
They should be shot too.
Yeah, 350 helium-filled balloons. They started to float up. However, their trip was cut short because of the weather.
What happens if they pop?
They died.
Like, what's their plan? Like, what's their backup?
There's
Like,
no plan.
Yeah.
I don't think there's
they
much of a
thought all
plan.
that through.
like the plan, I'm sure is like, well, if like a few pops, I'll like slowly drift down.
Right.
If a lot pop.
But what if they all pop
At the same time.
at the same time?
And I wouldn't be worried about falling from really high up. I'd be afraid of like 30-foot drop. You know what I mean? 30-foot
Right, not
drop.
even-
You know,
Because you'll feel
Yeah.
that.
you'll survive that.
I think if
Yeah.
you're all the way, like you probably have like you're going to cardiac arrest.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you immediately pass that, I think.
Yeah.
But like one of them really hurtful, just 25-foot drops.
You know what? Yeah, that's what I want. I want them to have a really hurtful 25-foot drop.
like they still go to work Monday, but they're really sore.
Really
Yeah,
screwed up.
Well, the man says that he's, quote, a God-fearing man and a believer in Jesus Christ, but he doesn't consider cluster balloon flights death-defying.
Why would you do that? Like, I could understand like bungee jumping because it's like a controlled environment. Like, if you die, at least your family could sue. That's how I see it. You're putting balloons to a goddamn lawn chair and you're flying in the air.
None of it makes sense.
But
right?
we have the FAA that regulates people to fly. You need a license to fly a plane.
But not a lawn
Not a lawn chair,
chair.
apparently.
That's excellent. That's the loophole.
Jesus.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
All right. So a judge overturned a town's fortune-telling ban. There was a ban on psychics, and this woman still gave readings, and she was arrested. And then she sued the town because she said it was her First Amendment right to be a psychic and tell people what she will. She says that she's a 5th-generation psychic, and she won.
Do you believe in that stuff?
Psychics?
Yeah.
No.
At all?
Nothing.
Nothing. How about you?
Some.
Some? You?
I do
Not
too.
really.
Nothing.
I do too. I'm with you.
You believe in some, huh?
Yep.
You like John Edwards,
I do like John Edwards.
the presidential candidate that
He's
cheated
a
on his
psychic. Not
cancer
many
wife.
people know that.
Yeah.
Psychic. The other John Edwards, however, yes.
You like him.
No, I do. I do like him.
He's such a fraud.
My uncle ran into him before he was John Edwards.
And
before he
what
was a
happened?
fan.
And what happened?
He
what
read
do
my
you-
uncle at the bar. He was at the bar with my uncle, and he read my uncle at the bar.
And what did he tell him?
All about his dead father.
That's such bullshit.
But this was before he
No,
was
you
even...
no, they're really good at reading people.
And giving questions that give them answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
a skill.
Psychological thing. Yeah.
I think... Well, how about the psychic that I went to that told me about... With you, with the microphone. And is my husband a singer? The psychic
She
asked
probably
me.
realized that you're damaged, and you would have to be married to someone screwed up like
How
me.
would she have guessed?
Oh, you could get it.
She said, I see your husband with a microphone. Is he a singer?
She's a profiler.
That's kind of it's a very specific thing. There's nothing about
No,
me.
is he a singer? No, he's not. Oh, okay, but he talks a lot. Oh, he's on the phone. He talks on the phone.
No, that's not what she said.
No, but that's what will
She
happen.
said, well, I guess singer because I see him sitting in front of a microphone. So I'm guessing singer. What does he do in front of a microphone?
Oh well, that
I
kind
mean,
of.
that's kind of
I mean,
specific.
that-
I mean,
You're in
how
front of a
many-
mic always. That's true.
how
No,
many
yeah.
other jobs are there out there other than singer? She said she didn't guess internet superstar,
Well,
but she did guess.
I had a
sits
psychic
in
tell
front
me
of the
that in my
microphone.
past life I was an autistic ninja. I'm not kidding. An autistic ninja.
I think she was right.
And she also told me she wants to eat me like a marshmallow, but I don't know if that was
I
was
she came
some
on. She
sort
was
of
amazing. I love this woman.
Barbara
She
Stabner.
was so good. She came in. She sat down. She's like, I just have to tell you, Andrew, I want to lick you and eat you like a marshmallow.
And then she told me I was an autistic ninja in my
Yes.
past life.
I was a painter,
Wow.
You were a painter.
and you were an American Indian,
Yes. And
or
and
your
a
brother
ninja.
was an American Indian. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. She did tell me to stay away from somebody with a D in their name.
And she was right.
And she was very right. Yeah.
What are
there
the
you go.
odds?
Yeah, what were the odds? A D. Yeah. What else do we have?
Well, it's
Hmm?
not very good odds that there would be one person.
It's a
with-
let. I mean, but she also said it was the skinny Puerto Rican kid that was working for me.
No, she asked you who's working with you that starts with the letter D
And I
that
said
has
a skinny Puerto Rican
access to a lot of your business, and you only had one person working for you at the time that had a D. And then a week later, you hired another person with a D, and that
I think they
person
know.
screwed
Like
you
I
over.
think they.
I think it's just a try. If you say,
Yeah.
okay, nobody, okay, that's all.
Let
If
me.
they guess, oh.
All right, so a Kentucky mom is accused of trading her newborn son for a new truck.
Okay.
Not even a new truck, an
Ridiculous.
old truck.
I was about to say, how much was it truck worth?
$800.
Nah, not good.
She traded the.
She got screwed in that
She then
deal.
traded the truck for some meth.
Oh, well, $800 worth of meth.
What the meth dealer said, I don't want the baby. How about the truck?
How about the truck?
So then the parents went and found the owner of the truck.
It's like, do you remember that the documentary about the guy that went on like eBay and he traded like the what was it, like a
Yes.
stapler? No, it was
Yes,
it was a
something
paper clip.
ridiculous.
It's
He traded a paper clip to
one
buy a
red
house.
pencil, right? It was called like one red pencil. He traded one red pencil for a
Yeah,
paper clip.
and then got a
Yes.
house.
He kept trading, like he traded the pencil for like a soda, and then trades the soda for a beer, and he trades the beer for
Really?
Yeah.
and it just
Yeah,
keeps trading
and
up
he
up.
traded all the way up to a house.
Wow.
And this
Yeah.
one,
He got a car. He had a
yeah.
different car. He had a house. He traded for a condo. He traded for a boat.
Yeah.
It's actually a really cool
This woman
story.
is the opposite.
You're
Yeah.
just
Of-
trading down.
She traded down. She traded a baby for a car and traded the car for meth. She read
Priceless infant.
a priceless infant. You could at least get 20 goddamn grand for that kid.
Well, no, because the baby's a meth
The
kid.
movie Bruno, he traded the kid for the iPod. Remember that? Oh. Remember
That's
this,
true.
right? What I trade for?
How much can you get for a kid? I'm just curious.
It depends on the color of the kid, and it depends on if the kid's
A
a
white
meth baby.
kid. Let's go
But
with a
this
white
kid
kid.
is a meth baby.
Doesn't
This
matter.
kid's
Nobody
not worth
knows that.
much.
Oh,
All right,
well.
so a man squirts sauce in his girlfriend's face for reading 50 Shades of Grey.
Now,
Not in the sexy way.
not okay. I was about to say in a condiment way or
In more in like a condiment way.
What
It was
kind of
hot
sauce?
sauce.
Hot sauce.
Yeah, he was very upset that his girlfriend was reading
50 Shades
mommy
of Grey.
porn.
Have
50
you
Shades
read
of
that?
Grey?
Have you heard about it? 50 Shades of
yeah,
Grey.
I heard about it.
How can you have
read it.
not
No, read it.
heard about it?
I just
It's
found
everywhere.
out. I don't know if this is true, but it was originally a fan fiction
Yeah.
Yes.
of Twilight.
Yes.
Or similar. Yeah. Similar.
But like it was based off of Twilight, and it was the fan fiction of Twilight, and it was like this sick, twisted, like
It was
awful
like,
banging.
If the vampire and Bella were into S&M, this is
That's
what
what
would
it
have
would be.
happened.
Yeah.
Instant Twilight.
I've never
So
seen
bizarre.
Don't.
What, Twilight?
it. Yeah, I've never seen it.
I saw it at like 3 a.m. I couldn't sleep. It was on, and I was watching. I'm like,
that
why
the story
isn't
we're
someone
going
just
with?
shooting an
Can I,
arrow
can
in
I
all
ask
their
you
heads?
something honestly?
Yeah.
I mean, they made him a sex symbol, this kid. If you see his profile, it's terrible. Looks like he smashed himself into
Yeah,
a
Bad
yeah,
profile on him, yeah.
Yeah, I heard he smells bad too.
Does he? I'm sure he does.
Like he doesn't shower.
What do you think he smells like?
Just like bad.
Like garlic.
Not garlic.
He's a vampire.
like onion. I
He's a
like
self-hating
Onion?
vampire.
Like onion smell.
Like grilled cheese and farts.
grilled cheese and
There you
farts.
go. There you go, Jess.
Yeah,
Now you're getting somewhere.
that's what I think.
That's where. That's
All right, so he like went crazy that she was
reading it.
reading 50 Shades of Grey. She said that he said
Guys
that
are
it
weird.
was it's pornographic and distasteful, and
You know what's pornographic? A porn.
Yeah, that's all.
well, it's like literary porn.
But it's really badly written. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The writing is awful.
I couldn't
it's
make
terrible.
it through it. Everybody was reading it, and I wanted to be able to comment on it because everybody had something to say about it. So I started to read it, and I put it down, and everybody was like, "You're not going to be able to put it down." And I put it down within the first 5 minutes, and I'm like, I'm missing something
Yeah.
here. So I picked it back up because I'm like, there has to be like a little nugget of like amazingness in this book because everybody's talking about it. I made it through another chapter, couldn't get through it. And then I finally skipped ahead a few chapters because I was like, I don't get this love story thing that's going on. And then there was like a lot of seedy sex. And then I still put it down. I haven't finished it. This
Yeah,
is 2.5 months later.
Like, if you're going to watch a porn, like, you want a porn, go watch a porn.
Right.
It's acceptable porn.
Acceptable porn.
That's what it is. 50 Shades
Yeah,
of
but
Grey.
I don't know. But there's, like, a lot of, like, really hardcore stuff happening.
Yeah.
Like, stuff that, like, you don't even go near in, like, the porn section.
Oh, but then she's like, she's
Yeah.
talking to herself in it. It's like sex act. And then she has an inner goddess that comes
I
out.
didn't get that far.
Oh, it's not cool.
Ugh.
Ugh. Vomit in my
Yeah.
mouth. All right, so we're on the final news story,
All
guys.
right, last story.
Ready? All right, so police have arrested a serial hugger.
Serial hugger.
Serial hugger,
what is he doing?
44-year-old white male.
Is it video?
He has to, wait a minute.
Is it video laundry?
He has to be.
Shouted him out.
He has to be a 44-year-old white male. I mean,
Yes.
I couldn't. It wasn't.
Like
It wasn't
Lamont
gonna be.
is not going around hugging
No.
Who's who filed charges against him? Count Chocula?
44-year-old white man whose identity has not been released was arrested last month for 32 complaints of hugging.
Just likes people.
He said he was often, he was giving birthday hugs, and he was explaining that these people were not victims, that he was just,
Yeah, show
nice
love.
guy.
You
Yeah.
know, what's wrong with that?
being a good guy.
I mean, they actually really.
And they press charges.
They
That's
pressed
horrible.
charges.
They're
Yeah.
probably, horrible, cold, insensitive person. That
Yeah.
just, I can't imagine
It's like that
people
lady.
that-
It's like-
Watch a Justin Bieber concert.
Yeah. They
Although,
should-
that might be really creepy if, like, some random, like, really
Joe from
creepy
Staten Island.
guy.
I don't
Joe
think they
from
were,
Staten
like,
Island,
32
Jess.
acts like dum 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 dum. You know what I
Right,
mean?
no, I think it was over probably a series,
so
but
it's
yeah, if I was walking down the street and some, like, random skeevy guy just came over and
but
hugged
they,
me.
they were like totally strange. Like he ran to people.
Yeah,
you
it wasn't
don't
people
know.
that he knew.
I think people are just
Oh.
too uptight.
It was just 32
Yeah.
random people. 32 random people.
Jesus.
And one of them reportedly says that he even kissed her on the lips.
Ugh.
It's gross.
It's like Joe from.
They filed third
What would
degree
you do? Let me ask you.
assault
Joe from
charges.
Staten Island. He's a viewer of ours. Really bizarre.
Yes.
He showed up at our live broadcast wearing a surgical mask and short shorts, saying he doesn't want to get infected with viruses.
Yeah.
Out of his mind, Looney Tunes. What would you do if he just randomly hugged you in the street? You don't know who he is.
I would report him.
Would you hit him?
Oh, yeah, I would hit him.
Right in the balls, right?
Whatever I can. Something. Anything. I don't know
because
what.
you don't know if it's a hug, so it won't.
Yeah, how do you
if
know
he's
it's a
attacking
hug?
You. Yeah.
How do you?
But
The
we're
whole
talking
thing
about
is
over here
weird.
something that they realize was a hug. Why you have to
I mean,
sue
if it's
them,
some
you
guy
know?
like you're all hanging out at a bar and like the person next to you and you're having shots and then he comes over and like throws his
Yeah.
arm around you, you can get like a little skeevy sense from it, but you're not gonna feel like you've been
You're not gonna
attacked.
show him.
But if you're walking down the street like listening to your like audiobook and some guy like comes around and like throws his arms, it's skeevy. The
But
whole thing is weird.
There's no hug. It's like you're not attacking you. It's like you
Yeah.
feel like, you know, it's
That's
different.
He's been nicknamed Jack the Gripper.
That's great.
All
With
right,
that said,
that's it,
time to wrap it up, guys. Mr. Gio, where can people check
Yeah,
out
where
your
can we
stuff?
see you?
Check us out at MrGeoMusic.com. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. We'll be at Pianos in Lower East Side on Sunday. July 22nd. Anybody, see us on iTunes. Find our CD on iTunes, and anybody that comes down and mentions GFQ gets a free CD.
Ah, very cool.
Excellent.
Very, very cool, guys.
Guys, thanks for having us.
So if you
Thank you
do
for
not
thank
live
you
in
for
the New
coming,
York
guys.
City area, you need to book your flight. Get here by Sunday.
Yes.
Make sure you're at Pianos.
If you miss any portion of the show, of course, you can go to our website, guysfromqueens.com, and download the podcast. We're on iTunes. We're on Zune, everywhere. Subscribe to us, guys. It helps us out. Stay tuned. Lunatic Radio up next. See you next week, guys. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.